Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Willpower is masculine. Willpower. Willpower just means you have control over your lower self. Willpower. That's one thing. In civilized cultures that would have rites of passage, and yes, I said civilized, where they would have rites of passage is for young boys. Part of the rites of passage would be developing their willpower. And willpower just means I will do something. I will have control over my lower self. That's an important thing. That's masculine because it's not just something that just happens. It's not something that just flow. It means something that you have consciously cultivated. It means that you're going to have discipline. You know, I've talked about on these pages having discipline over your dick. I've talked about having discipline over eating. You know, you got some people talk about just discipline, period. That's willpower. Like, say, okay, let's use those two things. You know, you see some women out here, you know, they got that big breastises or nice butt dump, pretty face, shapely legs, whatever you happen to like. Some dudes like feet and toes. Hey, you got to have willpower there. Like, for instance, that's why a beautiful women, you got some beautiful women, they beautiful on the outside, treacherous on the inside. They get over on men because that man doesn't have willpower to be like, I will not mess with this particular woman. You know, they can control their dicks. Their dicks might get hard, you know, but they can't, you know, they gonna follow their penis and everything. That's not willpower right there. Somebody with willpower, he'll see the beautiful woman, but he'll have willpower to the extent that he, you know, he ain't gonna follow along. And she could be like, buy me this, this, and this. And he's like, no, no. I mean, he's overcoming his sexual nature. You know, just even doing something like that. Let me talk about that for a second. If you can, you know, anybody who's read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he has a chapter on sex transmutation. It's basically using that same energy and put it into something else. You got some people, they do it. They call it semen retention. Technically it isn't, but, and when I say it isn't, true semen retention, because I know somebody's going to ask, is if you can go in a woman and hold your seed. And that's willpower right there. You actually having sex with a woman, you know? Yeah, everything else is just no fap. You just ain't having sex. True semen retention is going in a woman and still holding your seed. That takes willpower. Really takes some willpower right there. You know, it could be sticking with a exercise routine. When I talk about body game, a big part of body game is just sticking with the routine. It's not even about aesthetics or something. And see, that's why I even promote it, because you have to develop the will to go to the gym on a consistent basis or whatever exercise you're going to do. So it's not always about aesthetics. I've said that several times. Hey, if you got it, great. But it's about a man developing his willpower. You know, he will go to the gym. He will keep lifting these weights, even if he ain't feeling like it. That's a major part of the whole body game philosophy, is developing your will. Developing your will is masculine. You know, when you fasting, men who are fasting, you know, you fasting a certain time, that's actually willpower right there. That's actually willpower. Think about it. You ain't getting those like little snacks or something like that. That's willpower, you know, indeed. You know, getting back to body game, everything you got to do there is willpower if you want it to work for you. You know, don't think it's about aesthetics, because you got different sized men who engage in body game. In fact, some of the men who engage in it the most, they might not have that like fitness model body. Now, I've seen some guys, you know, they have guts on them and some, just be some older guys, big, but they exercising every day. That's willpower right there. That's willpower. And if you want to develop the aesthetic, you got to have the willpower to do so. See, it's all about taking action. All of it is about taking action. And you actively engaging your will. You ain't just letting things flow and everything. You know, anything you have discipline with, You know, keeping your discipline for certain activities, that's willpower. You know, anything. And basically, like I said, at its core is about controlling your lower self. You're not following the animal in you. You know, you see that, or, you know, you ain't seen, you see that fine woman, you ain't following your dick to get with her. You know, you see it, you can admire it, but you're going to find out what's on her. You're going to keep your dick under control to find out what's on her mind instead of her using what many women use, a manipulation tactic to get you to do something, because they recognize that. They recognize it. They recognize when you looking at them with those puppy dog eyes and drooling and everything, it's like, yeah, I got him, you know? Or another thing is just eating. You know, we love to eat. Shoot, let's just be real. Let's just be real. But if you exercise some discipline and say, well, you know what? I'm not going to eat this, or I'm not going to eat these sweets. I'm going to drink this juice every day. You know, whatever it is, that's willpower. See, you want to work on it. And see, one thing, we're in a society now where men, we don't have a rites of passage. Like I said, in civilized cultures, and when I say civilized, if you look at these people, these indigenous cultures might not have had the technology and everything, but their people, their men and women were highly developed. That's because they just weren't allowed to just grow. They were shown how to be men. They were shown how to be women. Talking about men in particular, these guys were shown how to be warriors. They were shown how to be disciplined. In some cultures, even shown how to have sex correctly. But all of it is willpower. It's willpower. Think about it though. Willpower. It is a power. It's a power when you can control the animal within you. It's a power. And then you can ride it. That's the power of sex transmutation. You can ride it. You can ride it to whatever destination you want to go to. All right? Whatever destination you want to go to, it's there. All right? So here's the thing, right? You want to work on it. And it's something everybody can work on. Like, yeah, most people haven't gone through a race of passage. But if you say just take it one day at a time, like if you want to engage in body games, start out, go to the gym one day, and then go to the next day, you know? You still need to take a few days off. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But then pick it up again. Or if you say, well, I ain't going to eat this type of food, I'm not going to drink. Or I'm going to kick this negative habit. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to stop drinking alcohol like crazy. That's willpower. You will do something. You will take action. That's the important thing. All right? That's the important thing. All right? Willpower is masculine. Just always remember that. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. For right now. Been doing that all week. That's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.